All right, we're live. This is the couch. I'm DJ Gonzo. That's a living dead girl slowly scooting away. We got Gringo Suave, and we
What's
got
man?
Kryptik tonight. Funny Farm Records. What's up, Kryptik?
What's cracking, man? Shit, just chilling, man. Trying to enjoy my weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Right? I can always tell when it's going to be a good interview and shit. Because, like, before we even get started, like, the conversation's already great. It's going smooth and shit. And, like, she always points out, like, hey, you should fucking hit record. Because it'll be like 20 minutes later, and we'll still be just bullshitting. People want to hear. People want to hear. Like,
So
what the
last half an hour, good material.
Shit, right? Shit, man. You always got to keep that camera rolling. You never know.
You never know. That's absolutely right. Yeah, funny story. This lady here, after the Rick Dog interview we did from Force 5 Records, that he had told her to go make a sandwich and shit. They're going at each other and shit. But what he got off, Spreaker got off, but the YouTube version cut it at the end. Who the fuck's that motherfucker thinks he is, that fucking motherfucker? Like, I just remember a bunch of motherfuckers in it, right? You know, it's just fuck Rick Dog. I'm like, cool. Fuck it, we're just gonna shoot it. Like there's a song.
The name implies the Gonzo styles. It definitely means raw, unedited. You get
I
what
was
you get.
mad about it though. Like I didn't know who it was at first. Like I did, but then I didn't. And then like he's like, "Hey, that's the dude you've been talking to on your post." I was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Hey, they don't have
Not
the
real.
rap name as their real name, so like she's like, I don't know what the fuck it is. We ain't gonna go into how she thinks Gringo's like 4 different people.
I could be. I mean, depending when I'm shaved last and how my hair's cut. Just looking back on those memories, man, is crazy.
You shaved recently?
No. See what happened. I told them this earlier. This is an exclusive here. But so I just moved, and all my clippers and my guards were all in like a Ziploc bag, and I just grabbed the clippers and the first guard I saw. I'm like, yeah, this is usually what I shave my mustache down with, I guess. But then I got into it, and it was like way more of my mustache, so it matched the beard now. Not that it usually does, but I get tired of eating Subway sandwiches with mouth hair on them.
Yeah, man.
I gotta break
The mayo
it to
and
you.
shit just gets all up in there, and it just kind of doesn't really give off a good vibe, you know?
Fucking going to fuckers, like having to get 20 napkins, sit there wiping my face after everybody. Fuck all that.
Hey, man, I definitely feel you on that. I had a kind of a semi-full beard, through the winter times and shit, and man, it was like that. I couldn't get rid of this fast enough. It was like so. It just, man, itchy and it was just always in the way, and I was like, man, fuck this shit. And I just.
You saw Tim Torment?
Oh yeah, man.
Beard. He had a nice one going on, man. And it was rivaling Mike's there. Like
You said quarantine beard.
Yeah, that's what he was calling it. He's like, oh, I gotta go back to work, so this is the first and last time you guys will see this.
Man, I remember at the very beginning, they're like, the one thing you don't want to have is a beard during this shit, because it'll just like, I guess, make it worse. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
it's a natural filter, man. It's a natural filter.
Yeah, it's a beard.
I've seen a guy like tuck it into his hat because it was long enough to tuck it into his hat. And he's like, I don't need no face mask.
Run around looking like Cousin It and shit.
Exactly. Hey, but I don't know about you and mayonnaise in your beard though, Gringo, because you do a lot of motel rooms. No one's going to think you're doing something else.
Yeah, I'm getting mayonnaise in my beard every time my head hits the pillow in a hotel,
That's kinky. That don't sound
that damn mayonnaise, man. That damn mayonnaise.
They'll charge you for smoking in them, but you can literally jizz on anything you want.
Pretty much. Like that lamp looks like it needs a load on it.
I love lamp,
Right? Trying to make.
I love Jimmy. Not a
Right. You're trying to make a fucking one of those glow in the dark fucking what's the things called? Lamp light, like
lava lamp.
lava lamp. You're trying to turn your lamp into a lava lamp. You're like this. Okay, so this interview's going downhill already. Like that's pretty normal.
Oh shit!
On track. Yeah.
Hey, I got a secret, guys. By the way, people are listening or people who watch on YouTube. This guy's a rapper, though. Like, when he's not on talking, like, there's a point to this somewhere buried in the couch, like down in the change.
Who would have known?
Probably, right, it's surprise
Yeah,
stuff.
good one too. That sample you sent me earlier, that Distro Kid one was just little clips, but it was perfect. I was driving, and each little clip of the ones you've done live just had me vibing.
Hell yeah, man! I definitely appreciate that. I'm on pretty much any streaming platform, so that link that I sent you definitely can get you to all my streaming shit, so where you can actually hear full song, for the full tracks and be able to jam that shit. So
I did a little sleuth work and found your YouTube channel through it.
Yeah, not much content on it right now, but man, I've got a couple of videos on there. My video for Shut It Down. It was actually my first video to kind of record, and it was just for Hobson's little contest they had for Don't Funk Up the Beats. So that shit was dope, man. I was immediately drawn to that beat. But that video was just kind of homemade and, just kind of shot underneath the bridge and at that place down off in Fort Worth. It's an abandoned mill, I think.
Okay.
So pretty dope, man. It's just a really badass place to kind of shoot stuff.
That's good. That's good. Was it, when did you record the video? Like, was it a Funny Farm Records video?
No. This was kind of when I was just doing my solo shit, still kind of on my own, in between Fat Kids Inc. and Funny Farm. So, I was just out there doing my thing, and just trying to get as much exposure as I could myself. It was a good contest. There was a lot of really talented folks on there, so I was definitely had a good time participating in that for sure.
Hell yeah!
Now Gringo was talking to the inner stoner in me about cheeseburgers earlier. I want to know about these fucking cheeseburgers because we thought if we thought if we just follow you around, we're gonna get fed. And we're not gonna get fucked up. Like, fucking that's some Grateful Dead shit. But I'll let you tell the story now. Sorry.
No, man, you're definitely good. A good old burger break, huh?
Yeah, I said I don't know how many burgers this guy's fed me, man. Saved me at shows. Just like you're in the middle of the show, you're fucking drunk already, and you're gonna fall during the headliner. No, you're not, because there's a fucking burger break.
Man, I remember we got so much flack for that shit. We had multiple venues that are like, man, y'all ain't throwing cheeseburgers, and I'm like, want to bet? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it regardless. And
yeah.
So, we were opening for Twisted, I think, at Lakewood Theater out in Dallas, and they were like, man, absolutely not. If you guys throw cheeseburgers, then we're just gonna cut your set, and it'll be the end of it. So we're like, oh man, well,
do it at the end.
Whatever, dude. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That was the very last shit, man. We didn't need no beat. We didn't need nothing. So I mean, to hell with it, man. They didn't cut us off. They didn't do nothing because they saw the crowd was digging that shit, and I think we ended up passing them out more along than chunking them across the end of the, because the rappers, man, they just never held up. They were the flimsiest of rappers.
Right. Imagine if you were doing Big Macs in the boxes, corners, hit people in the Big Macs,
big ass boxes of cheeseburgers. Oh shit, man, yeah, dude, that was definitely some good times. I still do it from time to time, man. Just not trying to do it every single show. I'll just kind of pick certain shows. If they're definitely big enough, I know the crowd's going to be lit, man, and showing a lot of love, then I'll definitely, fork up that cash, man, to get some double cheeseburgers and feed everybody. Do an old-fashioned burger break. Shit, actually, with Funny Farm, we did a set, I think it was for, I don't remember what it was. I think it was Cinco de Mayo. We had a show, and we ended up doing a taco break. We threw Jack in the Box tacos to everybody.
Oh,
So we kind of twisted it up a little bit.
Man, I had my buddy Shane. He's been on some shows lately. He goes Shane Whitey because it's Shane Whiting, but they messed up his tickets. They didn't put Shane Whitey.
Shane Whitey.
That's his name. But and back in the day, he took me by Jack in the Box when they were having 3 tacos for 99 cents. And I'm in the passenger seat like, oh my God, he'd probably fucking cringe if he knew this story was being told. But I'm like yelling at the person like, so it's 3 for $1, right? So if I get 30, it's $5, right? Trying to convince them like they're ringing me up wrong. But we did end up leaving that Jack in the Box with fucking 30 tacos that night, man. Those Jack in the Box tacos slam. I don't care if they're kangaroo or anchovies or whatever. But
Oh yeah, you saw that video. Like, do you really know what's in Jack in the Box tacos?
Yeah.
So he goes, man, I don't even care. And like I thought it was really hilarious, man, that he actually like took that taco and mailed it to him, and that fool still ate that shit. I'm like, bro, that's dedication, man.
Have you seen McDonald's burgers after a year?
The what after a year?
McDonald's burgers after a year, the cheeseburger. They look fucking same much.
Yeah, from Super Size Me.
Fresh off that grill, man. Fresh off that grill.
Right, every time. That's the key. Like Burger King, off the broiler, out the fryer. That motherfucker's sitting there for a while. Like they know ways of getting around their timers and shit. Even though it records it, I know. I was there. I know.
Oh yeah. They make too much. They just like put it in the fridge and be like, you know what? We're just gonna reheat that shit.
Right. One more time
Hey,
through.
Mike, you've been to You lived in South Carolina, right?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Did y'all have cookout?
Cookout.
Cookout.
Dude, so I come from California, right? Southern California. I get out to North Carolina, and I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know what the fuck you got here. And they're like, cookout, you gotta try cookout. There's like 1,000 or 2,000 milkshakes you can have. It's this really small building, no dining, you know. But they got these $5 boxes. You get a fucking cheeseburger with chili and coleslaw on it. I never would have thought of chili and coleslaw. That shit was fucking great. But you get
Man, that sounds
burger.
like you gotta eat that shit with a fork and knife.
Oh no, dude! It's like
Not that way. I had like fried onions and bacon and cheddar, and oh man! And you walk in the place, it smells like a backyard fucking cookout. It's delicious. Like the closest one I think would be like I think there's one in Lebanon, Tennessee. So just east of Nashville, if you're headed out that way. But they're pretty slamming, man.
$5 box though, dude. You get all the little 2 side things with it, plus drink, plus fries, like for $5.
Corn nuggets, and they don't just do burgers. They got fucking like quesadillas, hot dogs. Yeah, it's just like
the works.
Anything you could throw on a backyard barbecue, man. They got it.
That's badass, man. And that smell, man. That smell's just got to make it even better.
Yeah.
So they're either cooking over some real coals or they're actually grilling shit. Either that or they're using that chemical, man, and just like putting it on the oven burner.
They're not like the super thin burgers that are pressed and processed. They're a ball, like a rock of fucking meat, like off your grill.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
To the show though, so enough about them.
There's a burger place, I forget the name of it, but they got some 100-year-old grease, and they double fry their patties. They squish them out real thin, and they'll like dip them right in that hot grease, man, and put that cheese and then dip it again in the grease, and then put another patty on there, dip that shit back in there, and then another thing of cheese, man, and it's like this big greasy ball of just burger. It's just, man, I definitely want to try that shit. Say what?
Mike has never had Brahms, dude. They have Brahms all the way up here in Missouri. I saw a sign for one today. But being from East and West Coasts, I don't think he's ever made a stop in Texas or Oklahoma for a Brahms burger. Those ones are great too.
No Whataburger. I got none of that. I went through Texas quick when I rode quick because everyone's friends are West Texas. That shit ain't quick, you know, but not quick at all.
Now you're like, damn, it's been 3 days, man. I'm still in Texas.
Somebody said recently, like there was an article about some artist when they were driving through like Tyler or Longview, and there was a sign saying like El Paso, 820 miles. Like,
why is that important? You know, you're like, man, that's almost 1,000 miles, man. It's like, can you notify me a little bit closer?
Yeah.
That's not even remotely close. It's like, I get it, man. Just let me know when I'm a quarter mile away, you know?
Don't tell me this soon that I'm stuck here 12 hours.
In 836 miles, please make a right on Samson Street.
It's a sick fucking game.
Dude, it's fucking hot.
What is?
It, in
So
general,
what's going on, Kryptik? Like, tell people about you. Let's hear what you got to say.
All right, man. Shit. Well, I guess I can kind of give y'all a little bit of a backstory. You know, been doing this music thing for probably about 15 years total, maybe even a little bit more. But you know, I really started getting into it really seriously probably about 10 years ago. You know, whenever we kind of got together and formed Fat Kids Inc. You know, had a badass time with that shit. Really got to play some awesome venues in front of some awesome people. I mean, packed out venues full of people. It was just a phenomenal experience. And, you know, really, after that, you know, been working, kind of doing some solo stuff. I've got a full-length album out right now, Back to Square One, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier with the streaming and everything, which, you know, we can definitely go into a little bit more detail on that a little bit later if you guys want. But, you know, I've just kind of come a long way, man. It's been a roller coaster. You know, finally signed up with Funny Farm Records, and man, like Nairo and dude, I mean, everybody on this label is so talented, so driven, and just, you know, it's good to have a team of people that you know, really are in it for the greater good, and in it like for real. They're not trying to flake out, not trying to do any of that shady shit. So you know, definitely have had a great experience so far with them. Much love to Nairo, Mr. Fuentes, Suave Swag, Rob Zilla. I mean, just everybody, man. Tim Torment, Champa. Yeah, it just. I cannot give enough respect to these guys, man. They absolutely kill it every time they get on stage, and I'm definitely glad to be part of the Funny Farm Records family.
Between them and Force 5, we've had like 90% of each label's artists on. We've had Mr. Fuentes. Now we finally got you. I had to tell him you were on Funny Farm, but
you did.
Wait. You had to tell. You didn't tell Fuentes that I was on Funny Farm?
No.
I was about to say, that forgetful motherfucker. I'm gonna have to go give him shit for that.
Right? Well, you were like the next signing,
like,
right?
I see. You want me on a collab, man? I'm just man. Much love, dude.
No, we've had him, Tim Torment, Creature Click recently, and
Creature Click's dope.
did we get Suave Swag? We haven't got him.
You know, haven't had him. No. Tim Torment. I've done most of Drew's interviews. I did his interview and his third. She was like his first fan out of state.
That's
somehow I missed
up with his crew anyway. That was
in my defense, I knew it, I seen it, but I didn't know what was up. Like, I think when it happened, this was about a year ago, right? Maybe.
The Funny Farm Records started.
No, that no. When he signed the Funny Farm.
Oh yeah, roughly about a year, right?
Yeah, it was a year in March. Yeah.
Okay.
So, really glad, man. Drew and I had been talking about it for a mad minute, man. I mean, we'd been going on, kind of back and forth, kind of talking. He came to me and was like, man, mad love, and just showed me and was like, hey, dude, just let's do this shit. And so kind of had a little bit of had to step back for a second and kind of think about it. Because like I said before, man, it's just been a big roller coaster ride, having to start over all the time. And actually, that's the reason why I actually titled my album Back to Square One, because it just kind of goes through some personal stuff that I was going through. And, after just group, been a part of, I think, 2 groups, and, both of them kind of fell through. And so I'm just kind of having to start back over. So back to square one, right? So, it's just been a phenomenal ride. But I was just sitting at home one night, man, and I was like, the one thing that keeps drawing me back, and the one thing that I'm like, man, I just can't get rid of. Not that I would ever want to, but is for sure music, man. And it just kind of it was kind of a wake up call, and gave myself a swift kick in the ass. Finally got to, started riding and shit again, and things has been starting to move forward, man. So actually working on a couple of projects right now as we speak.
That's good. Any details you can share?
I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to release it. I'm not sure if I'm going to kind of do like a and B side on one album, because they kind of mirror each other in the feel. I've got part of the tracks that I've been working on have been kind of political, a little darker, kind of a state of type thing.
Yeah.
Definitely equal with the times. Got some great tracks on there. Looking at doing some great collaborations with it. Got to keep those secret because I'm still working on a few of them, but it's going to be pretty dope, man. And then the other half of the tracks are, kind of my classic stuff where it's like real grungy rock rap, real kind of aggressive in your face type party shit. So,
like
not sure
shit.
Say what?
Like that shut it down shit.
Like that shut it down shit. That's exactly what I'm saying. I love that shit, man. It's real high energy. It gets the crowd pumped up, and I love just getting out there and just giving it my all, man. Especially with that aggressive shit, it helps me manage some stuff. It's a good release. That's all I'm gonna say.
Without a doubt. Like, if music wasn't released for all of us, none of us would be here.
That's true.
Whether listening or creating, like, it definitely brings something out, and that's what brings us and keeps us in the underground.
For sure. Yeah, man. I mean, kind of going back to the beginning of things. I was really, really kind of just going through some funks, personal stuff. And really had to get some stuff off my chest. And I had just attended a Shy One class, McNasty, like all that old school OG shit. Used to. I attended numerous shows with kind of that same type crew on it, man, and it just kind of drove me to want to start doing music and try to dip my toes a little bit. And I just found something I kind of fell in love with, man. So. Just been trying to entertain people, man. It's always been like a class clown, been kind of that outgoing person. All throughout high school and stuff, I was just kind of the goofy kid, the goofy fat kid, So just kind of applied it and shit.
You got that track with Mr. Joker C, right?
Joker Child, yeah, man.
Joker Child, yes.
Yeah, I've actually got another track with Joker Child on this next album called Never Fraudulent. I think I actually have performed it live a few times, but I've actually released it. So it's definitely going to be going on this next album. It's a dope ass track, man. Kind of fits that political side of the album,
Okay.
So you don't really
there.
Huh?
What you got over there, sir?
Well, I was thinking a lot of different things. I get stuck sometimes because, like, when we have people on, like, more and stuff, I get to watch you be the more host and stuff, and I get to learn, and I always trip out on it. Like not in a bad way, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I enjoy like
I had to bring you nuts.
what the audience sees and shit. You know what I mean? But then I gotta remember like they see me too. Like I'm not the ghost in the fucking corner. Shit. Well, like fucking.
There's the comments gonna be like, Gringo stole the show.
Straight
Always
stole that
Gringo. Gringo writes all my jokes. So if you're offended ever by my jokes, blame that motherfucker. I'm kind of offensive.
Just point a finger.
But
Like,
anyway,
it was him or whoever it is.
him. Yeah, like I never know.
It's that guy.
I'm not hosting. I'm just hosting. I get to enjoy this, man. We got somebody else I'm letting take over my show in a couple weeks. I don't know how it's going, so I'm kind of getting to sit back and practice right now because I like our show's with the repertoire and shit. And if you're hanging out on the couch, everyone's gonna be like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? They can't be funny all the time. I mean, you can always be good looking and shit, but you can't.
I mean, yeah, you know, some jokes are gonna flop, man. That's just how it is. Trust me, I have a lot of dumb dad jokes.
I usually
not intentional dad jokes. It's spur of the moment, and they're like, man, that was some funny shit, and they're like, nah, bro, that ain't funny.
Yeah, because like if it gets uncomfortable, I just show the artist my dong. A nice little gravity bong, it's my dong. And it makes me laugh. Like that's how I know, all right.
That's like a fleshlight and a bong had a baby.
Right?
You just gotta put some pussy lips on the end of it, man.
Put your silicone sleeve in your lube.
There better not be no lube in my bong.
There better be no lube in my bong.
Damn it! Why does my dick smell like shit? Bong water.
Would you eat? Would you eat it if it was THC infused cream that came out of the dong?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
It's fucking the best THC in the world.
No, that's gross. Why would there be any cream coming out of the fucking bong? That's nasty.
If there's cream in the bong, man, that's definitely a problem for sure.
You get the munchies sometimes.
That's disgusting.
Man,
I guess
I was driving along through Arkansas. My wife suggested that I go through. She's like, if you can detour to Branson, because they wanted me to go OKC, Tulsa, Springfield, Missouri. But I drove all the way west to east through Oklahoma into Arkansas and shot up through the Ozarks where they don't know shit about fuck. And
Wait a second, the Ozarks the same as the TV show?
well, like the mountains, but yes, the TV show is what I was getting at with that. They don't know shit.
Hey, I'm just saying. I've never been to Ozarks, so I don't know. I don't know if it's based on a true area.
Yeah, no, it's like the Ozark Mountains. They're not nearly as high as the Smokies or the Rockies, but they're still pretty chill in their own right. And
that's what's up, man.
I don't know where the story was going with that, but
I don't know because well, no, hold on. We have to go backwards on this here. We got to rewind and shit. You were talking about cream coming out of a dong, and then you're like me and my wife traveling through Arkansas, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. It's gonna be some and then you start talking about the Ozarks.
I have a fun story to tell, but
yeah. So you were on a road trip.
Either way, I was driving through Arkansas, and it was fucking nice.
Hey, was there a cookout at the end?
No cookout. I saw a brown sign. That was about the closest thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I thought too.
Why did your wife tell you to take a detour? What was the importance of taking the detour?
Oh, just to see the mountains, like instead of just highway driving the whole way.
You missed that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There is
something you were gonna win something. I didn't know where it was going with this one.
Yeah, over in Branson, Missouri, right?
Yeah. Branson, Missouri. I made it like 2 hours past that, but had to stop. I even told the hotel owner, like, yeah, I just had to stop. I got to do a podcast. It was pretty chill, but I should have been going through Tulsa, which last time I was in Tulsa was when Nairo and Mr. Fuentes and Dopey were leaving St. Louis to go do a show in like Norman the next day. And I told him, I offered him my hotel room. I was like, dude, I got the fucking king suite because they upgraded me for free. Y'all can come crash here, but they didn't take
best Western points.
Yeah, man. I like my company sponsored studio here. Like,
hey, shit, that's all good, man. The overhead is very low.
Very true. But then I ended up catching him the next night down in Norman anyway. So I think that was when I met his roadie, Russ. Have you met Russ? Yeah. Russ was there at the
Yeah.
Country Road.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah. Good times.
So kind of going back to Tulsa, man. I've played Tulsa a few times. Actually, it's been a lot of times actually. A lot of my early shows were in Tulsa. Man, we made that trip back to Tulsa from Dallas so many times. Man, it's so long and drawn out, and it's like, fuck, man. And then you get there, and it's like, man, I just not so many fucked up stories in Tulsa, man. Buddy of mine almost threw his girlfriend over a balcony. I mean, it was some fucked up shit.
Damn. Some what was his name? What's that dude with the pink hair? You interviewed him. We're just
yes.
Static.
Oh, me.
Yeah, Static G.
Yes.
Yeah,
man, we used to do a bunch of
it's the girlfriend over a balcony type shit.
No, dude, it was a very bad night. And then later on that night, they ended up like fucking on the ground, man, in the hotel room. I'm like, the fuckers, man, come on now. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Y'all drunk ass motherfuckers. But shit, dude, it was all good, dude. It was definitely some good times, man. Got pulled over times, cops harassing us in those little small ass towns.
Oh yeah. We got Bread As Is on in a few weeks. He was telling me when I caught them in Colorado.
Trace Chains.
He got pulled over for speeding through Colorado.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he said like the cop just told him like that bud's not supposed to be within reach of the driver. Give him his ticket and let him roll on.
Yep.
Yeah, next Wednesday we do have Bread As Is coming on. We're hosting a comedy show, him and Tommy Lucero, and then it's going to be hosted by this guy, Mr. Kitty Lovins, and the Living Dead girl over here.
That's what's up. That's going to be some funny shit.
That's Mike's horrible alter ego, Mr. Kitty Lovins.
Mr. Kitty Lovins.
You can't summon the guy, okay? Because he don't go away and he's annoying.
I agree. He's like Conky from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh man,
yeah,
man, you seen that prof video where he like did a spoof off of Trailer Park Boys?
No.
Oh man, that shit is hilarious. He plays every single one of them, and his Mr. Leahy is like on point, dude. It's it's fucking
awesome.
crazy.
Rest in peace, Leahy, for sure, man.
Yeah, dude, man. Pour one out for the homie.
Now the funny thing
you got the booze, Randy. That.
One of the funny things about the show we're going to be doing is Tommy Lucero has met the Mr. Kitty Lovins. Bread As Is don't even know what the fuck's coming. It's going to be bad.
It's going to spring him up on him, right?
Oh my goodness! Like if he's paid enough attention, he should already know.
He should know if he's done his research.
Gotta do your research, man. That's for sure.
Everybody will know. I don't do research. No.
Fuck that research, man. I go in.
No, I used to have some crackheaded crackpot team of people that would go out, but their information was bullshit, so I don't do that no more. I got Gringo.
You upgraded.
Yeah, my guy did.
Upgrade.
He's more serious than the crackheads, though. But
That's true.
But yeah,
I can focus a little better.
yeah, man. So we're gonna.
Got these cheeseburgers, man.
You see that picture, that meme of like the $20 bill that I think Billy King made it. It's got Pookie sitting there taking a shit behind the bush on the dollar bill. It's like zoomed in and it's just Pookie's face printed there.
Oh man. Oh shit, dude. But yeah, man. Just trying to enjoy the weekend and shit, man. Gonna be going out, taking some vacation time soon. So, oh shit.
Oh, damn it.
What's up, Mr. Kryptik and shit? You know what I'm saying? Skirt, man. I love Mr. Kilovs and stuff. You know what I'm saying, Mister? You're pretty fresh and fine and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can't even believe, Mr. Gringo Suave, shit over there. He be on that 8-ball, you know what I'm saying? That 8-ball, but he, no, he's got stuff nose and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Skirt.
I just try and get everybody to pet a kitten, you know what I'm saying? Get your little kitten and stuff,
Yeah, man, you got to give him loving, man, right?
Gotta give him. See, this man knows some kitty lovings and stuff, yo. I pet kitties with you, homie. I gotta go and stuff, I gotta be at the blood in the morning and stuff, so
And there you have it, Mr. Kitty Love'ems.
That is fucking awesome. Oh my god, that is fucking awesome.
Next Wednesday.
It's a sneak peek, man. Trace change, better watch out.
Brett as is, he needs to tune in.
Brett as is. Oh, shit.
You've been on shows.
Man, speaking of cats. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, dude. That fool is a trip.
There's those 10-inch letters across your chest.
Oh shit. Hey, what's up, man? Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Somebody hopped on while you were gone.
Yeah, dude, some weird motherfucker just came out and was like, just like hijacked your show, dude. Or hijacked your show, man. Hijacked.
I bet there was some hijinks involved too, though. But did he say skirt?
I don't believe he did.
He was wearing one too.
He was wearing a skirt.
Yeah, I can believe
Who wears skirt?
Hey, he always says $5 is $5,
$5 sometimes is $4.50.
Look, man, I've been looking for a good place to put my fucking Nomads patch. That shit looks dope right there, Mike.
Oh, my custom made. Hey, check this out. You'll find some history in this. This is a one of a kind, not really, Filiberto's work shirt.
You don't even know about Filiberto's, huh? You been to Arizona?
Man, I don't know shit about Filiberto's.
Oh, so good.
California,
Like a £1.5 burrito.
Wait. 1.5 pounds?
Damn near, huh, Mike?
All right.
What, the
all right.
quarter, though?
Hold up.
A chorizo burrito.
Only 1.5 pounds?
Yeah, only. Where are you getting bigger burritos in Texas?
You ever tried big ass burrito?
No.
Man,
No, where they at?
We got I think there's like 3 locations in Fort Worth. Man, or no, not big ass burrito. It's called Badass Burrito.
Okay.
AZZ, not ASS. I guess they can't put that on their signs or whatever, but snowflakes might get mad. But anyway,
fans at Gas Monkey are big ass fans. They got that brand on them.
Big ass fans, man.
Yeah.
But, I think they have like an 11-pound fucking burrito, bro.
No way.
Swear to God.
See, I just moved a lot closer to Amarillo, where they got that 72-ounce steak that you can get for free if you eat it. Yeah,
and
that's
the gristle and the sides. Yeah. You got to eat like a steak that's worth like 10 or 12 steaks plus a baked potato plus all your sides, You can't leave the gristle. You got to lick the plate clean. You got to go back there, wash your own plate. There's a bunch of fucking little loopholes, man, you got to go through to get that free steak. But, you know, you got to work it off.
Yeah. Maybe every other birthday or something, I'll give it a try. Until
I think it'd be good, man, but you have to cook it. You have to cook it rare, medium rare, but none of that well done shit, man.
So the meat slides down, pretty much.
That ain't it. I mean, yeah, you know, just right down the hatch.
Dude,
Yeah,
I did participate in and win an eating contest. When I
Hot
first
dogs
ate a mellow mushroom, man, I ate a 22-inch pizza.
Hey, mellow mushrooms, the shit, bro. That place,
Yeah.
ooh, shit.
Dude, I spent 4 years of my life there. I loved that place. I was such a pizza snob too. Like now, I'll eat any kind of pizza because it's been a while, like since 2015.
Man,
But-
you gotta go get those Tostino's pizzas, bro.
Oh, even those, yeah. I used to be
That
a
little
bad
chunky-
with
That
those.
little chunky pepperoni, man. You put some
You get
pineapple on it.
those and throw some of your own toppings on top of it. That's a gourmet dish, man.
Salt, pepper, you know, a little oregano.
Nah, man, I'm talking like some chicken and some barbecue sauce on top of just the regular cheese pizza. Or blue cheese I did one time. Threw some blue cheese on there and bacon. It was slamming.
That sounds legit, bro. I'm gonna have to try that. Get that 98-cent pizza. It becomes a $10 pizza very quick.
Yeah. No, but and with the containers of blue cheese you gotta buy, you'd have to make like 100 of them probably, just to use the container before it gets even more moldy.
Hey, man, you know, sometimes that makes cheese better. It's like fine wine.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you just have to go to a buffet before you go and do that. That way you can collect up on a whole bunch of pocketfuls of blue cheese and all the other stuff you need for your pizza. Right there. It's like
You walk
buffet.
somebody, you walk
get
by
dinner,
somebody and they're like, "Damn, what does that smell?" Like,
Right.
oh no, just some cheese in my pocket, no big deal.
Man,
Hey.
so get this, the town Childress, they've only got like maybe 10 restaurants in town, if you don't count like Arby's and Sonic and, you know, all the fast food. 5 of them that we've been to so far normally have a lunch buffet. Like,
Nice.
they don't right now, but I was telling my wife the other day, like, that's the bright side of things. Like, at least half these places have a buffet. Like, it's not just limited to either Chinese, the bunch of Chinese buffets that we have in Fort Worth, or Ponchos if we want some Mexican buffet. Like, oh, what's that face for? You don't like Ponchos?
Hey, wait. Man, I used to love Ponchos. Ponchos has changed so much. You can still raise that flag, you know? You're like,
Yeah.
raise the flag. But, man, their food, man.
One trip through, though. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, dude. It's, you know, it's some good old trashy Mexican food. Tex-Mex, you know what I'm saying? But I'm more of a, man, gonna go find that badass taco truck, bro. That's my go-to when it comes to
That's what Filiberto's is, man. Like, maybe not so much as tacos, but the burritos you can get there.
Depending on who's cooking the tacos and shit. Like I'll fuck some fucking cabeza, lengua.
The length?
Yeah, está muy bueno. I mean, like I'll speak this all in Spanish right now. It's just like that. I can
like,
fuck
damn,
you
I'm gonna
up,
need
dude.
some Rosetta Stone and shit.
Right, you know, I got some secrets and stuff that solamente la raza tienes. Like, they're the only ones, but I know secrets now. I could be killed for telling them. Fucking Rihanna, bro. Rihanna's. But I'm very picky, too, on my Mexican, because I'm from Southern California. Like, we carry our pride in the Mexican food. Like, if you want good Mexican food, you go to the place where it's fucking 9 to 1 Hispanic. Because that's where the Mexican food is. That's the legit stuff. You can go in there at 6 in the morning, get a Corona, fucking eat while all the paisanos are standing on the corner waiting for work and shit. And and just be chilling with them 6 o'clock in the morning, eating some bomb ass fucking tacos and drinking Coronas at the gates and shit. Like, fuck. Like, you always just go in the barrios and stuff, because, like, you're gonna get offered, like, fucking, like, you want to do some dope, you want some air, like, you're getting offered all these things, it's entertainment, crackheads, like, you find the good spots like that. Those are always the best spots.
Back in the
I'm telling you,
romance town.
Tacos is what
Be like, man, you mean I get to have tacos, refried beans, and peer pressure? Shit.
Right? And it's free. You get the peer pressure for free and shit. I think they have a combo up there too. They probably have a combo that includes it.
Those burritos.
Peer pressure included.
A pound of carnitas, and then, a quarter pound of pico de gallo, and a squirt of guacamole. And wrapped in 15-inch tortilla.
You forgot one ingredient, man.
What else?
One ingredient.
Cheese?
Just a little bit of peer pressure.
Oh, peer pressure again. That makes me think I had PE. Peer pressure!
Right? Peer pressure.
I don't want to do it. Come on, come on!
I didn't want to say how many times I sat in a bathroom doing some naughty stuff going, oh yeah, peer pressure with them rocking in my earphones and shit. Riverside, California, that's all I can say.
Good times.
It looks really pretty, but it's pretty
from. You know that, right? Did you know Brett before?
I know Brett's in fucking Riverside.
You knew he was from Riverside? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Or I know he's out there from Riverside.
Okay.
He sounds too Texan to be from Riverside. Otherwise, he'd have that little Mexican here. He'd be like, "Hey, Holmes."
What you mean by too Texan?
He's out there protesting.
What you mean too Texan?
Too Texas. Hey, I once tried to argue with Cody Zodiac. It didn't go very well. I didn't have enough effort. And I told him how he was a fucking queer and the steers and shit like that. And he was like, they have no balls. So that I wouldn't be homosexual at all. He totally destroyed my shit. And then stops and goes, "You're not very good at this, are you?" When I see Cody Zodiac, I'm going to punch you right in the mouth.
Oh, shit. Challenge him to a kickboxing match.
No, we've been talking about this for years. I love him. He's like one of my best friends. I love the fuck out of Cody. But I've always told him, like, bro, I just want to one time. He's like, as long as we can be friends afterwards. I'm like, I ain't going to remember it. Like, I'm going to get knocked the fuck out. But it's going to
I mean, at least you recognize, you know what I'm saying?
Right, I'm kicking him in his nuts at least. Something. There's going to be some fun to this shit. As long as you don't play with my butthole. No gay Viking and stuff. I told him.
Did you see
the store somewhere at home?
Did you see Evil got that COVID shit?
Who?
Evil. From Creature Click, yeah.
Yeah, but does it count when he goes, but like less than nothing, and I was just bored for 2 weeks? Because that just makes me think, well, it's an upper respiratory, and it's not COVID, but they said, hey, mark that motherfucker down. It's just
dude.
Horseshoes and shit.
There's some shady fucking shit going on, man. But, my nephew got diagnosed with it, like, probably about a month and a half ago. And he breezed right through it, dude. Just breezed right on through it. And it was like, man, that shit really wasn't anything. And then, Eva was talking about his just taste buds. Like, he just lost taste and smell, and that was it. I'm like...
It's like sitting in line for a roller coaster for half an hour.
Yeah. You're like, fuck, man, when I get this, because, it's going to be... It's pretty much, I mean, I don't know, man. I got some feelings on that shit.
I've decided I'm going to catch it. I'm going to try. I'm working on garbage trucks, for God's sake. Like, at the beginning, I was like, nah, I don't want to work on any garbage trucks, man. I'll pass on that.
New Facebook challenge, licking trash, or fucking trash trucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Licking trash trucks. Trash can liquor.
Who are you calling a cootie queen? Fuck liquor.
Disposal sucker.
Recycle, motherfucker.
Especially in California.
Because I like to put cameras on the trash trucks, and I was asking my city, like, do y'all have cameras on your trash truck? And they're like, I don't think so. And I was like, bet I can throw whatever I want in that motherfucker.
You're like,
Hey, you know what you do?
Out of here.
With this job you're doing, you're fucking out there somewhere, you're fucking up somebody's day and shit. Because they probably used to fucking get stoned and they're about to get in their car and shit, just in their nuts, you know what I mean? Picking their nose. You know, and they're getting and then they're like, oh, cameras.
I did 2 men in a truck moving company. Yeah.
you did 2 men in a truck?
Yep.
2 men in a truck.
The moving company. And oh man, we found like dope needles in their fucking trucks, and I was like, man, I'm glad we're not putting cameras in here. Like these guys be pissed. Like needles and lots of fucking blunt wrappers, a lot of cigarillo wrappers. I was like, bet these dudes are fucking having a good old day while they move your fucking house.
They have like one box. It says none your business on it.
First rule of the couch is don't question anything in the couch. But nowadays with this couch, you might find a baby diaper in there somewhere. You know what I mean? Like just random baby stuff now. My couches are all baby stuff. So it's kind of disturbing when people like they see an artist getting on fucking the couch. They're like, oh, you're coming on the couch. That sounds like the casting couch. Like, yeah, we're not fucking
danger.
Stranger danger.
That's how I felt about my wife earlier. She kept slapping my elbow, chicken winging me out here like this, and laughing hysterically.
You have to give consent to that, right?
Yeah, I thought so. I felt like my civil liberties were like kind of fucked up. And then she told me she was gonna stick it up my ass if I didn't shut up. So I shut it up. Tear.
Good choice.
Oh no. Tear.
Damn.
I felt a little something inside and made me cry. I lost my hair. My hair. Hey, I'm gonna get a picture of you when I had just like the mustache and just the hater right here. I look like I totally robbed some old lady and then did a whole bunch of drugs. Like it's horrible. Well, I robbed a lot of drugs and did the old lady. I don't know. Like it looks. I usually cut mine like his mustache, your mustache. I like it gone, but when it's just a little back, you know, they say it rubs their face and other regions. And yeah, so like it's either throw it out or don't. But I don't like that extendo shit either. And now with the mask, all I'm doing is eating hair all day.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the worst. It's the fucking worst, man.
Yeah, I can't fade that. I got to keep that away, man. I got to be able to eat chicken wings without making a goddamn mess.
I saw a picture of this dude. He made a mask where he had a string, and he basically has it to where whenever he pulls the string, the mask does this. It like opens up so he can eat or drink or whatever, and then he closes it back up. And then it's like, you know, he can sit at a table and just be like, nom, 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 nom.
See, we're laughing about it now, and then fucking in 20 years, it's going to come out like, oh yeah, it was a hoax, or oh yeah, that was legit. And there's going to be half the world on one side and half the world that's like, I told you so.
I think it's going to be so much gray area, you just don't know.
No lie.
So I saw a video where they were talking about how basically anything that happens to you that kills you, if it's a car wreck, if it's you're already in hospice and you have this like life-threatening, you're terminally ill, you only have 15 months to live, and then all of a sudden you pass away within 10 months or 15 months from that same shit, but then they test your body and it tests positive COVID, they're gonna count that shit as a COVID death. And what's really fucked up about it is that if you look at the death rate, right? You know, you have all these charts out there where it's like 59, 60, like in the set between the 59 and like 70 per day, right? Where you have like the flu and all this shit's like way up there. Man, it's crazy that if they're already blaming stuff on COVID that's nowhere near COVID related and the numbers are still that low for death, really?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just there's something fishy about that shit.
Yeah.
This shit here today almost made me had a fucking punch a llama.
Punch a llama?
While you
No,
were
what's
wearing the mask?
Man, what that llama do to you, man?
Well, this llama posted on Facebook. Like I did this thing about the mask of like if yours works and why I need mine type shit. A little bit of trolling, a little bit of like I want to see what people say. And someone comes on there, this llama, and he goes, tells me to shut my fucking mouth and put my mask on and all this other shit, right? Stop being selfish and all this other shit. Like I wear it at work and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, you know. And I'm thinking, I'm going against like being told to do and like tyranny and shit, and like you're proving it right there. You're like pretty much the government telling me, shut the fuck up, don't be a baby, put this cloth over your face because we told you so.
Yeah. Next it'll be the Star of David.
Huh?
Next it'll be the Star of David. They'll make
Or okay.
What?
I'm sorry, circle game, right? Okay. I'm not being racist, right? Look, my penis. Like, how's this racist?
fuck.
Circle game. Like that's one that's tripping me out, man. Like you took a fun game away from me and shit. I got into it late. Like you hurt my feelings. Don't judge me because I have a shake.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, ain't nothing
No
racist.
judgment, but hey, man, you know what? I must admit, though, man, I just lost the game.
See?
You had to go and do that, man. That's just
Now you gotta slug him.
it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
And I can represent my arthritis too, bud.
Oh shit!
Oh man, now we're never gonna get COS on here.
Who's COS? We get everybody on here.
The criminal
trying
Sacramento. He did a couple albums with Brother Lynch. He's dope.
Yeah.
Like
Brother Lynch is dope, man.
oh yeah. Yeah. Anybody he's put me on to, like even X-Rated. X-Rated's out of jail now. Like, oh my god. He's fucking making so much good music.
It comes
I'm
with the
dying out.
struggle. It comes with the struggle.
What is it? You rubbing your head over there.
I'm laughing at your semi-stone, semi-buzz, Valley Girl. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like,
X-Rated.
oh my god, they're so great.
Oh, Valley Girl ever.
Fangirl with that fangirl shit.
I do it, man. I'm hardcore fanboy, like all day. I don't give a fuck.
I'm proud of this. He was once he's still my biggest fan, aren't you, big guy? But no, he started out as my biggest fan right here. This guy here, him and the homeboys.
Like your only call in. Like I called in for Jim Torment and Potluck. I was driving through Wyoming when I called in for Potluck. I pulled over like, let me call this motherfucker.
So you just called in and listened to the set over the phone?
Well, I had it playing through YouTube through my rental car.
When we're live.
Yeah, and then he was saying to call in, so I pulled over. Called. Yeah, I had her number was on the Facebook. That was your Gonzo style.
Facebook.
The Facebook.
You're talking about when I talk on the couch and shit, and Christine was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "This is living day."
Something for your show, Mike.
First person to call in, and she's like, "It's this guy Rico." I'm like, "Fuck, yeah, okay, cool." I've been doing this a while. I've never had like a fan. Like, this is dope. This dude's checking it out. Yeah. And then couple more times, and then we got settled, and then it was like, dude, Come on. I need somebody to be serious.
Hell yeah, man. And shit, dude. Whenever you're working with a team, man, it's just much better, easier. You get to throw ideas off each other and shit, and just kind of makes the whole experience better, in my opinion.
Work makes the dream work.
Hell yeah. Teamwork
Just like
makes the
Funny
dream.
Farm Records.
It's like what?
I said just like Funny Farm Records and shit.
Hell yeah, man. We fucking man. There's so much cool shit coming out right now. I saw that Suave Swag just released a like an actual YouTube channel. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope. Working on my YouTube channel. I don't, like I said before, don't really have too much content right now, but I'm gonna be getting my ass in gear on that shit as soon as all this music is recorded, and we're gonna be making some dope ass shit. Got some really cool ideas. Not sure if all of them will come to light, but we'll see.
That's what's up.
If anybody wants to find me on like Instagram or YouTube, you can search for That Dude Kryptik at That Dude Kryptik. And then basically Facebook, check out my page, add that shit. It's facebook.com/Kryptik, but it's spelled KRYP71K. Unfortunately, there's some other guys out there that have my same name and shit. So I believe I was around first. Not floating my own boat, but I mean, it is what it is.
Oh yeah. Same thing happened with who was it? Shy One. Like, you've been out of the game for like 10. You haven't, but he was out for 10, 15 years. And
mad respect to Shy One, dude. That dude.
Oh, but somebody came in and swooped up the damn name. Like, that sucks. It was him first, though,
Yeah, but now he gets to put formerly known as Shy One.
Okay. That's a big win.
Yeah. He's like the prince of the underground, man. Huh?
The what, Mike?
The symbol?
The symbol?
Does he get a symbol? Yeah, Prince got a symbol. Does he get a symbol now? He's the artist formerly known as Shy One. Does he have a symbol and stuff?
No, he's got like this fucking metal ass logo though.
Oh, dude, that logo is sick, man.
I couldn't even read it. I had to like listen to 5 other Shy Ones on Amazon before I found him, because it's XX Shy 316XX now.
Yes, yes.
So for you, Kryptik would be KRYP.
71K for Facebook.
What about on, like, because I couldn't find you on Amazon Music earlier. I'm a slacker. I haven't got my Spotify account yet.
So I should be on Amazon Music. You should just be able to search for Kryptik Back to Square One. I would probably put those two search topics in the same search bar. You should be able to get some pretty good results on that. If not, then I need to get a hold of DistroKid and be like, "What up, man? The fuck?"
Yeah. No.
So they already linked all my shit to somebody else. As soon as I released it, they linked every bit of it to somebody else, and I had to already get that shit squared away. So, yeah, man. If you happen to see something that's not right, man, just hit me up and let me know so I can get that shit fixed.
Hell yeah. I told Nairo the first day when his last release, his track with Suave, it was called Mushrooms and Molly, but I was like, is it supposed to be spelled Mushrooms and Molly?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, oh, I guess they fucked up, but he didn't fix it, so I was like, hell, Mushrooms and Molly.
From what I understand, though, if you're on mushrooms and Molly, there's a chance you're going to fuck up some spelling.
Yeah. No lie.
Or you're just spelling the language.
Text messages where the screen's all blurry. You're just like, oh, I don't know what I'm typing.
That's when you let it type you.
I'm on my way back to
Just
Columbus.
let it go. Wouldn't that be crazy, man? If you were tripping and you were sending a text message and all of a sudden, like the phone reached out and started typing on you, man, that'd be some fucked up shit.
Oh
Hey,
man.
on Molly, it would feel really good. Oh, I'm doing like a samba or something.
What is this pleasurable tapping?
Right.
The place I'm headed up in Columbus, man. I was working out in Pittsburgh one time, and ICP announced a secret show, and it was the entire Hatchet family. Like Hoodoo was there. It was the first time. It was right when they signed Light and Ouija Mac, and Light was there shooting a video, and they were like, "Oh, if you get here by 2:30, like you can be in the video." But then they didn't like start shooting the video till 4, and they kept us locked in because they didn't want the crowd to be different in each shot. And tried to keep us from smoking. But anyway, that was in Columbus, Ohio. I had to drive like 3 hours from Pittsburgh, and I took acid out there and had to drive 3 hours back to Pittsburgh that night, man.
That doesn't surprise me, man. Fucking Drew was telling me about some fucked up shit that goes down in Columbus, man. He's like, you better make sure that drink you got is your drink. Don't leave that shit open because they, man.
I bet.
I'm like,
that shit got me scared to go back.
In my old days, I would have
how you
walked
gonna
around.
spike some motherfuckers shit, man? They like start tripping out of nowhere, and it's like just instant panic attack.
Oh yeah, easily.
My old days, I would
Man,
have
am I
walked
having a
around.
stroke or what?
You're what, Mike?
I said, in my old days, I would have walked around with 3 or 4 cups, going, "Hey, these are mine right here." Like, yeah, just fill them up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
these are mine. I'm just gonna write my name on it and be like,
And putting napkins over them. Like.
Johnny, you're a racist. I know you're not gay. Give me those. So I think. Yeah. Hey, and the reason I bring up all this is, check this out. This is the 11th in 2 days. I got 4 years. No heroin.
that's dope, man.
Yeah,
Congrats, man.
In 2 days, I am off probation in Williston County in North Dakota.
Nice.
Been on unsupervised probation for a year. That's when I took my hiatus from having drinks. About 6 months I went.
I remember.
That's right when you actually, like, I got out of jail and I saw your messages to me, like, "Hey man, you ever want to come on the show or be like an admin on the page?" I was like, man, my life's turning around already.
Turning around already.
I didn't know this. I wouldn't have hired your convict ass.
Right?
Why you gotta keep a motherfucker down, man?
Right? Yeah, fuck. No, I'm a fine, outstanding young gentleman.
That was 420 of last year.
Yeah. Okay. Those are the worst. Those are the worst weed pipes because they look like you're straight smoking crack.
Yeah, but that's why I've got like the nice, respectable lighter and not a crack.
Because it's not sticking apart. Because it's not barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Because they ain't already.
There's no Brillo in there. Just burnt rocks.
No
Welded 2 of those cheap lighters together to make one.
Yeah, man, you take the little metal piece off and you just like increase the flame.
Working the screw, yeah.
And then it becomes a flamethrower, you know?
Yeah. With some
I
hairspray.
used to have like 2 or 3 of them. One wasn't light because I already melted everything off of it. So I got the other one to flick it for it, and it's dead. But then I got the one with everything melted off that has fluid and shit. Yeah.
That's how I like my barbecue now. Just 2
And
lighters.
then if that didn't work, then you went and got a noodle, a fucking spaghetti noodle. You could smoke anything with a spaghetti noodle, especially if you got like 3 of them.
Yeah, along with all the styrofoam.
No, the noodle.
Trying to figure out how that works.
Oh, spaghetti noodle. I was thinking of pool noodle. Damn it.
A pool noodle. Yep, it's like big ass pool noodle. It's like
No, spaghetti noodles. Like they actually burn slow. I'm just saying, like if if the world ends and it's fucking that time and you need to light something, hey, just remember, spaghetti noodles light. Thank your local crackhead for that.
gotcha. So you use it as like a match or like
Yeah.
instead of using those like hemp whatever it is like the wicks or whatever, you're actually
Yes.
gonna use a spaghetti noodle.
Right.
Life
Good
hack,
hack. That's a good
It
hack.
stays lit
I'm gonna use that
enough
next
for-
time I go camping.
Rick.
Definitely needed during camping.
Yeah, you could start a nice fire with that.
Yeah, Smokey
Right.
the Bear, man. He doesn't like spaghetti noodles.
No. Hey, you know the crime dog dude went to jail or some shit?
Who?
The crime dog, what was his name? Living dead girl, I need you.
Oh, Jared from Subway?
No! No.
That once fat, now skinny pedophile motherfucker?
Fuck that guy, but you fucking totally fucked me off on that because
Scruff McGruff?
so far
The guy who did the voice of Scruff McGruff?
McGruff, yeah.
Yeah, Scruff McGruff, the drug dog.
Yeah.
Sick.
He went to jail for drugs, really.
Or was it,
He went to jail for drugs.
Chicago Avenue?
He did. Oh, no, he really did. He really did.
That's
Oh, man. Hey, kids, don't do drugs. I did.
Yeah.
It's like Tukey Williams, the founder of the Crips, writing children's books from jail.
Right?
I bet those are wholesome.
That's
yeah.
a very wholesome shit.
They show a little Honduran boy huffing glue. That was when I first found out I could huff glue.
Let me there was no "don't try this at home" warning.
Right?
No, not that I saw. There was a message from him saying like, "Hey, I did some bad stuff. Don't do what I did. Learn from these books." and learn I did.
You can't get busted if your unborn baby is one in possession. He teaches morals like that.
Oh, that's horrible.
If your unborn baby is in possession. Does that? Just trying to see how that works. I'm just trying to like picture this in my mind.
Is the guy? Is the bear?
Why is a guy have an unborn baby? Does that mean he's keistering the drugs?
Did he keister the unborn baby?
Or did he keister the unborn baby? Yes, absolutely.
He rescues unwanted abortions.
Gives them a place, gives them a home.
That's all I could think about while I was driving through Arkansas today. These backwards motherfuckers don't let nobody have abortions.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's funny.
I'm against. I just have a fucked up sense of humor sometimes. Holy shit! See, this is why I do shows on Saturdays. So my horrible Catholic ass can go to church on Sunday, but I never repent.
2 Hail Marys, man. 2 Hail Marys.
Right? Hey, and they have a night vigil or something on Wednesdays, so I do shows on Wednesdays. I didn't realize I did that, but that's a cool story anyways, though, bro.
Like, that's new to me.
It's not a rerun. So yeah, that was like the hardest question, and I probably will never ask that question ever again, or say that. See, I was just trying to say that was a part of his book. So someone's going to be mad over that.
I mean, you know, if somebody's going to be mad over some shit, it's probably going to be something like that.
There's much worse things to be mad at in this world right now. Like, people got to pick their fucking battles.
Like, why did Woody Allen get away with fucking his 13-year-old daughter and marrying her?
Man, I saw that shit too. I was like, you mean he raised her and then married her? It's like cattle.
Yeah. I bet she's vegetarian. She's gonna be a vegetarian. Because they're really just cattle for when we go cannibals.
Oh, wait.
Abby?
When are we going? Is that a side effect of COVID? Is cannibalism?
Maybe eventually. I think it is. Like, it's in early research. Like,
It's like-
so early I thought of it.
They're sitting in a lab like, man, what side effect haven't we used yet? Cannibalism.
Cannibalism. It's coming. I sense a totally uncertain
cannibalism to it.
Right? So are you gonna chase down our fat asses that fucking eat unhealthy foods? No, hell no. You're gonna find that grass fed and shit, you know? Like I'm not saying go and eat veal, don't find little children to eat shit, you know what I mean? Like none of that. But you know, you can still get some good prime grass fed beef.
Or, human.
Yeah, or human.
Y'all ever
All right.
check out
All right,
that
so-
Brother Lynch documentary, or not documentary, but the his movie he made?
Nuh-uh.
Now Eat.
Oh, shit.
It's where like a witch, he's like a gangbanger, and a witch curses him to have to eat what he kills, and so like he's trying to keep it from his friends, like all his other gangbanging homies. He's like, after they kill a dude, like he's taking the body and eating it. He's always watching cooking shows and writing raps. I'm like, hell yeah.
Watching cooking shows. It's like, damn, Elton Brown is on, or whatever his name is.
Alton Brown. Yeah.
Alton Brown. Alton Brown is on. Man, I wonder if I could apply this same cooking technique to the human body.
Right?
What is the weirdest animal y'all have eaten?
Crocodile, maybe. I mean, snails.
You've eaten snails? How is escargot? Is it good?
It's
That's a
okay.
no. That's a no. You go to a restaurant and be like, man, they got escargot. Let me get some of that.
No, I did calamari before escargot for sure.
Calamari is good. Yeah, calamari is good. I like calamari.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
This has definitely been a very foodie episode.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a fat kid, man.
Without
It's my roots.
yeah.
Shit, man. I think probably the weirdest animal I think I've ever eaten has been, it's kind of a cross between coyote and kangaroo. I've had both.
How's those?
Say what?
Oh, it's a tie between the two.
No.
What is a
Man,
cross
you see
between-
like a little kangaroo, kangaroo-ote, a kangaroo.
I thought it was,
Yeah, I want to see a kangaroo, man.
that's what I was thinking. Is this a kangote?
Kangote.
Like a scavenging fucking that would be like the raccoon on fucking steroids and shit. Like the Thanos of fucking
Like this big ass trash panda.
Right, definitely. I would want to see Cody Zodiac fight him.
Oh shit.
I had
I think it would still lose.
Probably, I would think so.
I think I had shark once. And the weirdest thing is definitely going to be some kind of seafood, like caviar. Caviar is weird and fucking nasty. I was hearing today that
I don't know. Caviar is hit and miss. So you got to get the right type of caviar. You can't skimp on it. You can't skimp on
The
it.
kind you can't afford. You buy
Yeah,
the
man.
kind
You
that's-
know.
what
Nah,
about
man.
frog legs? You
I
know
think-
frog legs?
So there's actually a restaurant here in Fort Worth, and it's not Papa Do's. I forgot what it was called, but they actually have frog legs. I actually had it a couple weeks ago.
A lot of the buffets out there will have them. Fancy.
I don't know if I'd ever eat frog legs from a buffet.
No,
Nah, man. I think I'll pass on that.
no, they're good. They just like salt and pepper them. They're pretty legit. They're probably
shit. Are they like grilled or are they actually
they're fried.
fried up? Yeah.
Not like KFC fried chicken, not all wrinkly like that, but like tempura kind of. fried.
Gotcha.
A nice
I
sauce.
mean, hell, dude, frog legs are the jam,
There's
dude.
salmon, yeah. You had
It's
them?
like I like legs, but I don't like fucking wrinkly legs.
No wrinkly ones.
No wrinkly ones.
It's just too chewy with the extra.
Right? You know? Looking like a bat wing and shit.
What about you, though, Mike? What's the weirdest animal you had?
Right. Funny Durango said that one. Okay, pass the next one. Probably brain.
Brain?
Shit, y'all froze. Y'all froze. What was it?
Brain?
Huh? Brain, cabeza, brain. Cavern.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
really like
Sesos.
chewy, it's like a chewy roast.
Sesos. Yes.
Y'all
Yeah,
had
man. I think pig brain is Sesos. I had Sesos tacos at a restaurant once, and they were bland as fuck, man. But it really wasn't bad. I mean, I couldn't tell the difference between that and scrambled eggs.
I got a buche burrito at some knockoff Filiberto's down in Phoenix, and I was with my homeboy, and like I ordered it because she said like, oh, it's like pork. I was like, cool, that's what's up. And I was thinking like, pastor or carnitas, and my homeboy, he had like, this is when smartphones first came out, and he sat there. It was like a Garmin phone. He Googled what the fuck buche was, and he was laughing. And we get it back, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, that's esophagus, like pork esophagus, fried up." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Just crunchy, like I don't know, like the pork rinds kind of stuff, but the raw pork rinds. I can't fade that, man. I can't do like raw pork skin, like, fried or not. Unless all of it's fried out completely into a crispy fucking pork rind, I ain't fucking with it anymore.
Oh yeah, they got they're like real thin and like dense. They're like almost like you break teeth whenever you try to bite into those motherfuckers, man.
Oh, the cracklins. Yeah.
Those pork cracklins.
Yeah, cracklins. Those are good. I was always trying to get cabeza from when me and Living Dead Girl worked together. I was always trying to get some cabeza from her though. It didn't work out. Hey, throw the pico de gallo on it and bring your own cream. It's a party.
There you go. It's a creamy and spicy.
Right?
That's what that bottom refrigerator shelf is for. That's the pico de gallo drawer.
Yeah. In my store, we had this big ass huge bucket in the back. We had to use ice scoops and shit because I made that shit on Saturdays and Sundays. Fucking mad. You think I was beating off and shit? Mad forearms just from the tomato smasher. And the onion smash. All day long. It's like, hey, how you doing? Can you help me get a burrito? And people ain't listening to sound right now. And they're just like, what is he doing? Like, yeah, dude's rocking on and shit. Yeah. Hey, but
rock on.
My boss used to play this music. I'm trying to remember the name of the damn band now. But they're known, they came out of Southern California and shit. But they got this song called Frijolero. Right? It's called Beaner. And like it has like one aspect from one side, because they're all Hispanic. And then like it has a gringo aspect kind of and shit. And they're arguing. But me and my boss used to scream shit back and forth at each other. And people come in and go, what the fuck? But then once really straight white dude came in one day, and he was like, was that those guys? I fucking love them. I'm like, yeah, dude, they're fucking badass. I just can't remember the name. I'm going on a hunt now. We're going on a hunt. Because you should check them out. They're actually pretty dope.
All right, if you remember the name.
How do you
like
spell
new
it?
metal, like new metal paisa music from Southern California. It's easy too. All you do is type in Frijolero.
Frijoleros.
Molotov. Yeah, Molotov. That's the name of the band. Check them out. They're pretty.
Man, I was looking up Mr. Fuentes on Amazon, and There's actually some other Mr. Fuentes. There's like this metal ass fucking thrash track out of Mexico that is featuring Mr. Fuentes. I'm like, yeah.
He's got a
I got
doppelganger.
introduced-
It's like Rick and Morty, man. He's in an alternate universe.
That's
I got introduced
definitely
to
a
a lot of-
possibility knowing that guy.
Mr. Fuentes and I actually working on a collab track right now. It's gonna be some dope shit, some nerdcore shit. Kind of branching out a little bit, but it's fun. I'm gonna play a villain, and he's gonna be this hero that we're gonna have an epic battle. It's gonna be dope.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I always like that kind of back and forth, like where the lyricists are speaking to each other. You know, Cottonmouth Kings did it real well.
Yep,
Like with
yep.
John Richter and D-Lo doing a lot of back and forth
Getting off the
vocals.
mic.
Uh-huh. And I like that when I see that in art nowadays, in lyricism, when they can.
We are reaching, Mr. Gringo, we are reaching the hour and a half mark. I worked all day after you guys have worked.
Damn,
But,
time flies when you're having fun, man.
I agree.
Great. See, I never know how people are really going to feel about like the couch. Like some people want to be like, plug my shit, this shit here, let's do this, A, B, C, D, and bounce. But I'm like, fuck no, dude, we're going to bounce first. Like, bye, say goodbye to that because we're doing it over, motherfucker. You're my
Nah,
prisoner.
man. Shit, dude, you just come in, just fucking chill. I got most of my shit plugged, I think. Oh shit, actually, you know what? I don't know if y'all can see this on the camera and shit.
Not if you can move it.
Business card.
Nah,
No.
this is actually my album.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
comes on a USB. It's definitely reusable. It's got two albums on it actually. So you've got there it is, Back to Square One, and then my old shit that I just kind of threw on a little album, kind of for some bonus tracks, called Tales from the Scrub Side. It's gonna be my dark old school shit. Cody Zodiac and I actually did this track on this called Mental Ward, man, and this shit's crazy. We were just fucking around in the booth, and it definitely fits the title, that's for sure. Some crazy shit. So, shit, man, anytime y'all come to a show, I'm definitely gonna have these on deck. I got them for $10. Gonna definitely take them on tour with me. So, any of these cities that y'all are at, Corpus Christi, Austin, St. Louis, Columbus, Lansing, Green Bay, we got Minneapolis, Round Lake, Rock Springs, Wyoming, Denver, Colorado, Wichita. I think we're going to Tulsa, we're going to Lubbock, and we're going to San Antonio. So y'all just check that shit out. Sell it for like $10, but it's definitely reusable. So share it with your friends, share it with your homies. I don't give a fuck. Pirate the shit out of this stuff. It's all love. It's all love.
I thought you were saying reusable, like if they didn't like it, they can write over it.
Hey, no, for real, man. Hey, this is the way I look at it, right?
So you get a flash drive.
So yeah, so like if somebody fucks with this shit and they buy it and then they don't like it, well, you know what? I still have their $10.
There you go.
So, like it or not, buy this shit.
I might have to catch y'all in Lubbock. I was going to ask you to plug which cities you were in, but you're on it. So
Yep, already on it.
Lubbock. When are y'all in Columbus? Because that's where I'm fucking headed.
We're gonna be in Columbus October 1st. So that'll actually be the first show of the tour that I'm actually gonna jump on. I've only got about 2 weeks that I can take off, so having to miss those first few days. But Columbus, I'm flying out. Got a badass cheap flight because of all this COVID shit. So
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be like, man, you better fucking wear your mask, man, because I ain't trying to catch that shit. That flu on steroids.
Lord willing, the
Actually,
event will stay open, and y'all get to complete this. Like,
Man,
right there
man,
for you.
if it gets shut down for a third time, I'm gonna be like, bro. It's gonna be frustrating, but we're gonna keep going, man. Ain't nobody gonna fucking hold this shit back. So, September 25th and 26th, I'm actually gonna be on those dates. We are having the kickoff shows with the Funny Farm Records crew. It's going to be at Fort Worth at the Rail Club Live. I want to give a shout out real quick to Chris Pillow, man. That dude is doing some serious fucking good work right now. He is standing up for his shit, and he's defending. He's man, much fucking respect to Chris Pillow for standing his ground and doing that protest shit, man. I mean, he was gonna be shut down anyways, right? So why not fucking do it and be able to get your word out and fucking put a message out there. So, much love to him, man. Keep fighting that good fight, and dude, we're all gonna make it through this shit together, and we'll be entertaining y'all soon.
Looking forward to it.
Well,
get Chris on though, like that'd be a little different, a variation from what we do, but I mean, giving him a platform, man, he is like Kryptik. Dude is doing the right thing by Texas and venue owners nationwide. My stepmom said today, dozens of Arizona bar owners are suing the Governor Ducey. I just commented, dozens? Come on, AZ, step it up.
You're like, we do shit bigger in Texas, man. That's how it is.
Without a doubt.
It happens. But thank you. I appreciate you coming on. It's always good to have someone from Funny Farm Records. You were even cooler than he told me you were. I'm glad you came on, brother. It was fun. Fucking welcome back anytime, all that good stuff. Going to get hopped off of here. Let me say goodbye, Spreaker.
Adios, Spreaker.
All right, y'all. Spreaker, peace.
Boom. YouTube. Little special love. For everybody tuning out there, I wanted to tell you, I'll get this uploaded probably tonight or tomorrow morning. And then you also get a copy of this as this Gringo on your Skype. Feel free to do whatever you want to it. If you want to masturbate to his beard, that's cool. I don't judge. And yeah, like it works out, whatever.
You gotta flip it up.
Right, you gotta flip it out like this, yeah.
To make my COVID mask.
You can hold the camera upside down while he does that. But in about a week, I'll go ahead and release this.
He looked like he had some what is it? Emo. Like if you turn the head over and put it down, it'd be like some weird ass like emo type shit with the beard.
That's what I was going for, basically.
So in a week, I'll release this with no link directly to Facebook and shit, and it gets a whole lot more views. I sacrifice on YouTube, but I get a lot more people seeing my shit by doing it this way. And then a few people check it out on Spreaker. I don't have stats for Spotify or Podcast Addict because I go through Spreaker, but I appreciate you coming on. YouTube, we're out of here. That was your behind the scenes. Go home, fuck yourself, wear your mask, watch like 30 motherfucker. And we're out. We will see you on Wednesday. Highly Opinionated. That's the comedy show we're throwing.
Don't take oxygen.
Rest in peace, Suicide Dead. And we are out.
All right, y'all. Much love. Appreciate y'all having me on.
And
Definitely,
man.
Hell yeah. Peace out, y'all.
All right.
All right.